Your boy. This is really your boy too. The original OJ the Juice Man.
Yeah, he was the Juice Man. He straight up.
The original OJ the Juice Man. Juicy J.
My Juicy J the Juice Man. Juicy J.
Right.
Juicy J.
AKA Taylor Gang's veteran. Releases. We're a little bit late because this mixtape came out last week, I believe.
Yeah.
Highly Intoxicated.
Come on, man. Come on. I'm there with this. I'm there with this, bro. I got you.
Listen, I'm gonna just say this, man. Juicy J is a legend. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody
continues to be a legend.
Nobody will ever, snatch with Juicy J. We reviewed DJ Paul's album
Project Pat before that, yeah.
If y'all don't know, Sharif is a big 3-6 Mafia fan. And Juicy, we were talking about on the last, we were reviewing DJ Paul, that there was something that was missing.
It was the Juicy J.
It's Juicy J. There's a certain type of flash and pizzazz that Juicy J brings to the whole mix. You know what I'm saying?
Juicy J and DJ Paul.
Right.
Combo. Right. Yeah. There is that.
It's just a certain little oomph that Juicy J has. And you hear that throughout this. And I felt like,
you hear that missing key.
Yeah, but you also know that he's missing DJ Paul's.
Exactly.
But I feel like he actually kind of filled that gap.
He did.
With the Suicide Boys, with the production of Suicide Boys. I feel like he was like, all right, well, I don't got DJ Paul right here, but
I put you on the Suicide Boys.
You did, which we haven't really listened to.
We haven't listened to.
We haven't reviewed. We could have reviewed, but we haven't reviewed.
The reason we didn't review is because I wanted to review DJ Paul.
Right.
Because I was thinking, let's get this trifecta, because I heard that Juicy J was coming out also, so I was thinking, let's go for these.
You wasn't planning that.
No, I really was. I really was.
Don't fucking lie.
I really was. I really was, straight up.
Well, listen.
I knew that trifecta was coming when I saw that, and then DJ Paul, then it was already I got alerts that were saying that Juicy J was coming out. So I was like, what? I was like, we need to do this.
You're getting alerts, boy, you wild. Yeah. Nah, but shout out to Juicy J though, because this mixtape or album, this bitch bang. This bitch bang.
Does it? Oh my goodness.
He's got a lot of strong features on here too, man. He's got XXXTentacion, ASAP Rocky, Suicide Boys,
Cardi B's
on there. He has
the number one on there.
Rick Ross is on there. Wiz Khalifa's on there. Project Pat's on there. Slim Jimmy. A lot of the production is handled by the Suicide Boys.
A lot of it is, which I was like, hold up.
Right.
I did not see that coming.
And, I didn't see it coming either. And this really bangs. Now, I want to know what you think, because you're a big Juicy J fan, or you're a big 3-6 Mafia fan. What do you think of Juicy J's new mixtape, Highly Intoxicated? What are your thoughts?
I was very, very impressed. I didn't think, I honestly thought
him to
that,
be weak, huh?
Well, I honestly thought that, because I was saying that last podcast, I was saying that DJ Paul brings the 3-6 Mafia vibe more into it,
right?
Which I enjoy. I grew up listening to 3-6 Mafia, so it's like I like hearing that more, because that's what I used to like to listen to, and it brings me back. I'm like, that's the shit that I like them spitting, because that's when I think they went the hardest, when they were a whole, obviously, back in the day. And so when I heard this shit, and Suicide Boys were on a lot of production, and I was getting a lot of that 3-6 feel back, like he was having the Lord Infamous, you know what I'm saying, on there.
Samples and
rest
stuff.
In peace, with the samples and shit. Rest in peace to him. But, I was getting that, and I was just like, man, Juicy J fucking did that shit. He fucking brought that shit. He fucking, he went in on this shit.
That's what I was trying to say, though, when we were talking about DJ Paul shit. I don't feel like Juicy J ever really lost that aspect. It's always been there. Even when he's dropped his previous mixtapes, it's always kind of been there.
But it's scattered. It's scattered.
It's definitely scattered about.
And those it's more scattered about. It hasn't been a focus.
This one does sound a little more cohesive.
Focused.
Right.
It was more focused, and it had a lot more, yeah, exactly, cohesive. It was more, on a regular base. Like, you're hearing it from one track to the next. I was like, okay, he's having all those type of samples. He even took it to the old school type samples. Like that, I already knew that's what he brought to the table with the DJ Paul Juicy J. I mean, because he always had that, and I'd always see production, and it was his production, him and someone else possibly, and DJ Paul wasn't part of it. So I knew that was his type of shit. So, I mean, like, back in the day when they did the whole Poppin' My Collar, like, that was Juicy J. Right. You know what I'm saying? You could tell. You could tell that was him.
Yeah, when he hit you with that, play me some pimpin', man.
Yeah. When he did that shit, I was like, oh.
You already know what that's going to be. That's like a brand within itself.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You already know what you're going to get.
You're going to get that old school vibe that goes.
That sample.
Yeah.
The Cadillac music.
I was saying, getting your Cadillac, go swing. You know what I'm saying? That's that type of shit. But, so, this shit fucking was very, like I said, impressive, was on point, fucking took me back to Juicy J back in the day at the same time. Not necessarily talking about dark shit, because he didn't always talk about that shit, you know what I'm saying? And, because when he had his solo songs, he just did his thing, and I knew what he had, you know what I'm saying? He fucking, he does the damn thing. He does. I always enjoy his albums as well. I ain't trying to knock it when I said that he didn't bring it like DJ Paul with the dark, like the 3-6 shit. I was just saying he didn't do it like DJ Paul does it on a regular basis the whole album. You was
proven wrong.
I was proven wrong because I was because I thought he wasn't bringing it like that anymore, and he brought it. He did that, and man,
and I had a feeling he would too. But like,
what did you think about that shit?
I thought it was dope.
I'm almost at a loss of words. That's how I am with it when I hear it.
It's definitely like when I heard it, I was like, yo, this bitch really bangs. I mean, there was a couple of points in there where, you know, like I feel like maybe a few tracks could have probably been taken off, and it would have been stronger. No. But for the most part, I liked it from like front to back. I played it a few times front to back. But a side note though, I really feel like Big Crit could have been on here a couple times. Yeah, and I feel like Big Crit also needs to work with the Suicide Boys at some point.
No.
Yeah, I really feel like with the production wise.
You know, I always felt that at some point that either Juicy J or DJ Paul or just someone that fucked within, 3-6 Mafia, basically them, you know what I'm saying? Because they're the ones that bring people into that shit. Like, one of them was going to get a hold of either them or work with them at some point. I just didn't see it happening.
Well, with Suicide Boys?
Yeah, with Suicide Boys.
Where are they from?
They're from New Orleans.
They're from New Orleans? Okay.
Yeah.
We got to listen to this shit.
But they're obviously,
Southern.
Yeah, well, yeah.
3-6 influence.
Yeah, influence. Yeah. That's the word I was looking for.
Oh, yeah, of course. They're definitely
they're obviously
That's why, like, you got, this is why, this is a prime example of old school and new school meeting in the middle, right? This is a prime example of somebody from the old school finding something similar, and then because Juicy J could have went and made his own beats, he could have did whatever. But why do that when you got some people that are influenced by you? You bring them on, he gives you a fresh. It's like they revitalize his sound.
That's
a little
exactly.
Bit, you know
that's why I think he kind of like impressed me so much is for the fact that I feel like that void where he just isn't working with DJ Paul anymore, but he's working with some people who are doing it fresh, new.
Right.
I mean, that one of them had that Thug Love sample with the boom boom,
right,
and they had an old 3-6 song on there at the same time together, and they mixed those beats together and made a beat. I was like, that shit is fucking dope.
Right, shit was wild.
And that's the type of shit that Juicy J and DJ Paul used to do together. So, filling that void with them, I feel revitalized Juicy J to kind of get back on that level of his, spitting like that, having that type of beat, a fresh beat that kind of has that feel.
Right. So, would you give this album on a scale of 1 to 10?
Scale from 1 to 10.
Yeah, would you give this Juicy J Highly Intoxicated scale of 1 to 10?
Man. I have to give this one gotta give it the Nina as well.
The Nina.
Yeah.
The Nina.
Okay. You got the Nina. You got the 9.
Side note, I was watching the who shot Biggie and Pac. Yeah. And one of the guys was talking, cause it's Ice-T and this other investigative chick. And there's a scene in there where the guy was like, I had the Nina with me, and the girl's like, what's the Nina? And Ice-T's like, he had the 9 on him. And thought that was the funniest shit. She was like, "What's the Nina?" Yeah,
what's the Nina?
She's like,
not the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria. We're talking about a gun.
I have a daughter named Nina. No, but like fucking yeah, that shit was funny. But anyways, yeah, you know what?
What did you give it?
You know what, man?
I honestly almost gave it 9.5. Honestly. So where are you at?
I'm gonna have to give it a 9.2, and the only reason I didn't give it, I wanted to give it 9.5.
I don't want to.
The only reason I didn't give it a 9.5 or a 10 is because there was a certain point where it was a little repetitive. You know what I'm saying?
There's a few tracks like you're saying that possibly didn't need to be on there. And at the same time, I think he could have did a little bit. He could have. There's a few more features he could have had.
Yeah,
that could have been impactful. You know what I'm saying? And also could have brought him more, people to hear it to, or fans, of other people. Who's not?
But I do like that he's fucking with some of the
he is,
like that, you know what I'm saying?
And with Suicide Boy, I was very, very happy to see that come.
Right. Shouts out to Juicy J, man.
Shout out to the Suicide Boys. They make a move.
Shout out to Suicide Boys. We're gonna
be doing a review.
Man, whenever they drop some new shit,
a new album, basically a whole new album, or a new.
It's crazy because I know I can go listen to the previous shit right now if I wanted to, but I kind of don't at this point.
You really don't want to?
No, I don't want to right now.
You know me, I've heard that shit.
I don't want to right now. I want whenever they drop a new fresh project and it's some new shit, I want to hear that
for the first time.
Yeah, for the first time, and then go back.
So have you heard? You've heard a few.
I've heard of the songs here and there. I've seen like videos and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't heard like a full project from them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. We'll see.